So you're getting ready to learn the Goltermann Rondo in Suzuki Book 5. Awesome. This is a concerto movement. It's actually the final movement in a concerto. And Goltermann wrote other sections. This is actually a little bit shorter, but the other sections that he wrote are basically the same music, just transposed in different chunks. So this version is actually better, I think, than what he wrote. It's got 3 sections that are each fairly different. At the beginning, you have the orchestra playing 12 bars, and there's a little slowdown right before the cello comes in. Okay, allegro molto means really pretty fast, okay, but leggero con grazia means light with grace. So it's marked piano, but because it's a concerto, you can't be too soft, but has to feel light and graceful. The rhythm and the music sounds reminds me of the Dvorak Humoresque in Suzuki Book 3. Remember? Okay, you play the beginning when you come in here. It's same rhythm and bowing. So practice it slowly. There are in the first section, which is the first page in the Suzuki book, it alternates between that rhythm and bowing and this kind. Okay, so let's work on the sections that have the phrases that have this first bowing and rhythm, which are. Okay, so make sure you put once you get up to D fourth finger, the following note you have to switch to 1 there, and I like to do that as an extension. So don't shift from D to G in 4th position, because it'll be like this, right? It'll be hard to avoid that. So you touch the D with 1st finger and you put your thumb into the saddle, and it feels just like an extension. Okay. Okay, so I'll play that first phrase slowly, and this is how you should practice it slowly. Okay. Definitely some vibrato on that half note, and maybe you can, depending on the tempo you're going to play it at, you probably can just keep the vibrato out for now on the shorter notes. The next time that rhythm comes, it's exactly the same music. And then the next time it comes, it's measure 33. You have okay, so there's a shift in there. 3rd finger E to 1st finger B. Okay. So you have to think about, are you going to slide on your 3rd finger and then take it off when you get to B, or are you going to lift it off soon? Doesn't really matter. And when you go fast, I'm not quite sure which would be the easiest one. Probably just slide on 3. So. Okay, I think I tried to mask that shift with my bow by pausing my bow a bit, but you'll have to watch the video closely again to see if I did that. Did you notice that I vibrated on the C natural before the last note A? Because it's a longer note, and you have to bring your thumb back. You can't just stay in. You can't stay in extended 2nd position, or you won't be able to vibrate on that. Okay. And then the next time that this rhythm comes and bowing, you have it a 2nd finger C, measure 41. Okay, so again, B, vibrate down, and don't do right. It's sort of like it's almost like an appoggiatura there. Okay, so the final time it comes, you have it on measure 57, and now it says crescendo, so maybe a little bit more bow. Whoa, did you hear that D sharp? Okay, so we're in the key of G major, and you have a D sharp, so something is brewing in the music. Bring that D sharp out, it's so cool. Okay, now let's go back to measure 17, and we're going to start with this other rhythm in bowing. Okay, it says marcato, which means marked, and that usually implies pretty heavy staccato, but piano is the dynamic, so it's not going to be too heavy. It's still kind of light sounding, but very staccato-ish. And try to do it slowly. Okay, maybe another angle might help. It's kind of awkward on the C string. Okay, so see if you can practice doing. Different angles. Okay, after you play that, sorry, I'm doing a little bit too much of that maybe, but on that very first up bow, relax, relax, relax. Okay, relax, relax. Okay, because when you're playing fast, you have to have a lot of opportunity for relaxation. So faster this phrase would sound. Okay, there's a fast shift from C sharp to G, fourth position. And again, you can think, should I slide on my third and plonk the fourth down? You get a really nice clean sound. And let's see if I can do that. Okay, I put a pause in there. Right? It's a little tricky for my pinky, but if I practice, I can probably do it. So try that measure slowly. Okay, then you might get caught out here in the frog for that da, right? So let's see how we can avoid that. So you want to just practice staying in the middle for all those dotted notes. Whew, lots to talk about on this first page. Okay, let's just get to the end of it, where we have, it's sort of the beginning of the end, I would say, of the music of this page. That starts. Okay, I put in a nice glissando there. You don't have to do that. So I kind of slid on my fourth. Okay, so these little hooked bows are really just like what you were doing before, the dum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Just kind of flick your wrist. Okay, don't keep your elbow like that. I'm just showing for the camera. Okay, flicking is a good thing to practice on the cello. I'm pretty lazy about my bow direction right now, but just that's not so important. Okay, and then you have the same music, but you're starting with a different bowing, because now you have measure 65. You have to do that on up bow. And up down, you're flicking the C up. Flick the E now, down bow. Okay, it's fun. I love playing those measures because they're backwards. I'm going to play them right now because I'm just so revved up. Final I was expecting to do the chromatic. I'll do the last measure. So. Okay, that's chromatic scale for 3 notes. Make sure they're spaced wide enough. Okay, let me try again. 69. Oh, I thought it comes out up bow. Let me try that again. Yes, it does come out up bow. I must have done a wrong bowing. Okay, so it ends on an up bow, but no problem. It's fortissimo there. Okay, that's enough. Work on that first page.